Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Nicole Nalepa. It is 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning, and we are following all of your top stories. First, we turn to the latest on the coronavirus in Connecticut. Mask up or pay the price. Our state is moving forward with plans to fine those who violate coronavirus orders like mask wearing, and that also includes if you violate the social gathering limits. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal has the latest on what you need to know.
Right now, Connecticut's coronavirus infection rate is hovering around 1%. On Monday, Governor Ned Lamont announced that local officials can fine people for violating orders meant to fight the pandemic. That includes $250 for attending a large gathering and $500 for organizing it. The state plans to stick to the limit of 25 people indoor and 100 people outdoor. These fines will not apply to restaurants or businesses. Some think the fines can help slow the spread of COVID, while others feel it's excessive.
I'll always wear a mask when I'm around other people like that, but walking down the street, I think there's open air and things like that, but I'm always going to be respectful of other people because they might have health conditions and things like that.
Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
This morning, students in New Hartford will have to find their own ride to school. The bus company DATTCO is suspending service for the next 2 days after 2 employees of theirs tested positive for COVID-19. One of those employees was a bus driver. And now the company will be taking the next 2 days to clean all of its buses and test all the other employees. Students now have the option to either learn from home or find a ride to school until Thursday.
It is a very rural area. So there aren't a lot of sidewalks, there's not a lot of walkers, etc. So I would say there's quite a bit of people that utilize the bus services.
Health officials say the students on the bus with the driver who tested positive were at low risk of contact.
Connecticut's Back to School Authority is sponsored by Yale New Haven Children's Hospital, one of the best in the nation.
Some good news for students in Hamden. It's finally the first day of school for them this morning after their semester was delayed due to some staffing issues. Starting today, families can choose to either send their kids to school or they can put them on a hybrid schedule, or they can have them attend virtual classes only. District leaders say the delay was not tied to the fact that 2 Hampton teachers had recently tested positive for the coronavirus, although the extension did allow them to figure out staffing issues and give them some additional time to make the school safer by adding extra dividers in the classrooms. And we turn now to Norwich, where the school district there is cracking down by removing dozens of students who do not live there. The 50 out-of-district students have cost the district over $1.6 million. That's a lot of money. These students use false addresses or have moved and haven't notified the school. Retired Norwich Police Detective Ed Peckham was hired last November by Norwich schools to find these students.
I can understand why some of these parents are trying to do what they're doing. Unfortunately, Norwich can't absorb the cost.
3,350 students go to school in Norwich, and that's not including the 1,200 in high school. Over the past 9 months, the numbers show that 1% actually live outside the district. And now this morning, to play or not to play? That is the big question as the debate for high school football continues. The Department of Public Health still considers football high risk and is advising that it not be played this fall. Instead, they want to delay the season until next spring, a move which Governor Lamont supports. Right now, the DPH recommends that the CIAC reach out to the National Federation of High Schools to ask if they can reduce football from a high-risk to moderate-risk sport. And concerns are mounting about the possible consequences if there is an undercount in the 2020 census. Time is running out. The count is set to end September 30th, so just 15 days from now. To help with this, the Hartford Public Library will be holding a series of events to help anyone who's seeking to fill out the census or register to vote. Currently, Hartford's census self-response rate is only at 46%. So the first event will take place later today at the Campfield Library from 3 to 5. And why is the census so important? Well, it determines the number of representatives each state gets in Congress, and it also determines funding at both the federal and state levels. The census only happens every 10 years, so if the count is wrong, the effects could last a decade or more.
Our Channel 3 early warning radar scanning the state dry. Hi, everybody. Good morning. We are looking at an okay day of weather today as some smoke from a distant fire might make a little milky film over the sun under mostly clear skies. I do want to widen out this shot, however, and show you. We're going to take you all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico. This is Hurricane Sally. It is making a mess of things in terms of rain and wind for the panhandle of Florida, for portions of Mississippi and Alabama. Keep a good thought for these folks. It is expected to make landfall during the day tomorrow. It's a very slow-moving storm, which means a lot of rain and a lot of storm surge. So once again, keep a good thought for these folks. But up here in Connecticut, there's not a lot going on in terms of rain. As a matter of fact, it's kind of dry. All right, as we move ahead, sunshine today, no clouds expected. But again, there might be a haze in the sky due to the smoke from those distant fires out west. Temperatures today will top out right around 70 degrees in inland Connecticut. Will be between 65 and 70 for the shoreline as well, with bright golden sunshine as well. But again, don't forget that milky haze from that the smoke. Temperatures today started off, it's 40 degrees in Salisbury, one away from 39 in Salisbury. We did have some chillier numbers for you. Colebrook got down to, I think it was like 36 degrees this morning. It was pretty chilly. Canton 37, yeah, Colebrook was 36, Norfolk was 39. We had some Falls Village at 38. Pretty chilly temperatures out there this morning. And as you can see the temperature differential from yesterday, just how much cooler it is. Look at this, 20 to 24 degrees cooler than where we were yesterday at this hour. So that's a significant difference. And the dew points, wow, they are dry. The air is dry. So as you can see, there's the sun. I mean, it's not a completely blue sky, that's for sure. Now that's, again, that smoke from the distant fire. Stores, more of the same. You've got that milky sunshine in New Haven as well. And as we take you out to the regional radar, there's no rain out there and there's no cloud coverage. It's just that milky haze from the smoke. All right, there's a national perspective. You can see Paulette in the upper right-hand portion of your screen. That storm is moving away from us, but we're going to keep a very close eye on Sally as it makes its way inland. Shouldn't have too much of an impact on Connecticut. It might we might pick up some of the scattered showers Thursday night into Friday in association with a cold front that could drag some of the moisture in northward, but I think that's a very little chance. Here's Futurecast, tomorrow's weather today. Not a lot of action taking place. Not a lot of action taking place tomorrow either, so it looks like a nice forecast. Sunny and cool today. Sun was up at 6:31 for the first time this season. It sets in the 6 o'clock hour at 6:59, and then your 7-day forecast includes a warmer day tomorrow. It'll be a little bit breezier. Chance for some scattered showers Thursday night and Friday morning. Friday afternoon, partly to mostly sunny, and then the weekend looks good. But the temperatures are going to be a little bit below average in the mid to upper 60s. That's a check of your early warning forecast. I'm meteorologist Scott Haney in the Early Warning Forecast Center at Channel 3, hoping you all have a great, safe, and healthy day. Nicole?
All right, Scott, are you hungry? Because Restaurant Week is underway in New Haven.
I'm so hungry. I'm always hungry.
Right? It's happening a little earlier than usual. It typically runs in November, but it was moved up to this week, and it will be running next week, too. Pretty cool. So you could take advantage of some outdoor seating while the weather is still not as cold, although it is a little chilly this morning. 26 different places are participating this year, and they're offering some great specials.
What's nice about Restaurant Week is everybody benefits because, you know, if you hit one restaurant one day and another restaurant the other day, like, we're all part of this downtown community and we're all doing it together.
Doing it together, and that means we don't have to cook, so take advantage of some of the great deals. And just it's important to note that because of social distancing, seating is limited, so you're just asked to make a reservation ahead of time. Thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Tuesday morning. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime right on that Channel 3 app. Have a great day, everyone.